This is me being loud.
This is me being loud.
No, it's not.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right.
Yeah.
Flippy Dippy or something.
I forget what it was.
Flippy Dippy eggs. Speaking of eggs.
Go on.
Do you have a would you rather for me?
Oh. That was the transition.
Remember the one episode?
Just a hard turn there.
We tried to do nonsensical transitions and it didn't work out at all.
We need to do it more often. That's funny. Yeah, speaking of eggs. Hey, Josh.
We already did that bit. We can't do that again. What's your favorite breakfast food? Mine's the sun.
Breakfast food.
I could stare at it all day. They call me Whiskers.
That is how I like my eggs, is sunny side up, though.
Yeah,
so
I like mine.
Bringing it full circle.
Yeah,
back around the eggs.
I like mine like dippy or over easy, over hard. Like,
I'd say, technically speaking, I think that I prefer mine over medium.
Okay,
is like the way that I usually.
That's like just like the little bit of the white over top of the eggs?
Yeah, it's like the yolk has so it's like the white is pretty well cooked, but the yolk has started to cook, but there's still a little bit of runniness inside. Yeah.
I guess it really just depends on what I'm eating.
What you're eating the egg with?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if it's
same,
like country fried steak, like 100%, like I'll do like a runny egg or toast or anything. But if it's anything that is, I don't know, like sausage, gravy, and biscuits, I would rather have a little bit firmer to mix everything in with. But
yeah, I make a breakfast bagel sandwich at the house every once in a while for breakfast, and I'm the same way with that one. Like I don't want there's no runniness to the eggs at all when I make that.
I do, however, like if you make like a brunch burger, I do like a runny egg on like a brunch burger. Like if you put like a fried egg on top. Yeah, I think in that case, I think if it's in a sandwich, I'm just don't like the messiness. Yeah,
of it,
and that's fair. And it's one of those things where it has to have like no other condiments on it, maybe a little bit of hot sauce,
right?
But like that kind of serves as the condiment in that aspect.
That's weird, but all right.
Yeah, that's fine.
So listen, would teleportation still be worth it if there was a 1% chance of arriving without one of your digits, meaning a finger or a toe, every time that you teleported?
So like after 20 times you could be fingerless and toeless?
Hypothetically, but it's a 1% chance. So it's almost like
take that chance.
It's almost like you roll the D100, and if you get a 1, then you lose a digit.
I mean, yeah. Like I think so.
To be able to teleport anywhere you want to in the world.
Right. And a 99% chance that nothing happens.
Right.
Well, that I don't lose a digit, not that nothing happens, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of see it as like I get in the car and drive every day, and there's probably a higher than 1% chance that I'm going to get in an accident that's going to at least maim me, if not kill me. So
I forget. I was listening to something. I don't remember what podcast or whatever it was. They were talking about either time travel or teleportation. But the one thing that nobody considers with either of those is positioning of the Earth.
Right.
And right. I was listening to that. I was like, I never thought about that because like if you teleport to this spot, 100 years from now, are you going to be in the exact same spot, or are you going to just be floating in space?
Right. Yeah,
because like even like the galaxy moves within space.
Yep. That's the whole question of it is like how does the magic, in a sense, because we don't have the science behind it yet.
Right.
So how does the magic of it work? Because that's the thing that everybody has hypothesized in that respect is, scientifically speaking, there's like a 0% chance that you could teleport from here right now without doing like some crazy measurements.
Right.
To figure out where the Earth is going to be at a certain day, time, all that kind of stuff in the future or past, wherever you're going, without doing some like insane calculations that nobody can do. Right. That's the reason why they don't know. But they said that like even if you were to land on Earth, the percentage chance that you would land on land is so minuscule. And then you take into like the count the idea of like, if you're off by just like this fraction, you could actually like basically appear in the sky somewhere and then plummet to Earth.
Right.
Or like you said, the highest percentage chance is that you're in outer space. You blip into outer space and you're insta dead.
Yeah.
And so it's like
I guess I never really thought about that until they brought that up, and I was like, yeah, no, that's 100% correct. It's like how airplanes fly. They just go up in the air, hover, and then wait for the Earth to rotate. So where they get.
I hate that so much.
But like,
imagine thinking the Earth rotates when it's flat, you moron.
Yeah, it pivots, on a horizontal axis.
Oh God. My brain broke for half a second.
My brain broke trying to say that.
You smell burnt toast too?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Let's go get some toast.
As long as we're in the same boat together.
But it was one of those things where like you never really think of it because of the extremely low likelihood that anyone's going to ever come close to time travel and or teleportation.
Yeah, that's the big thing is like we're not even like on that ballpark yet at all.
Not even close.
As far as like science and stuff goes, and so nobody even sees it as a possibility. But I thought that was funny in the sense of this idea of if you were gonna, you had the 1% chance that you're gonna lose a digit.
I'll take that deal.
I'm kind of on board for it.
I take that deal.
I'm like, what's a finger?
Yeah.
For like, because you think about it in the sense of like, it's like, okay, if I teleport 100 times, then there's a potential that one out of those 100,
times,
right?
Yeah.
Hypothetically speaking, I mean, random chance means it could land more.
I mean, depending like on some of our D&D rolls, I mean, it would be higher likelihood, but like still,
we would be 20 teleports in and 0 digits left.
But like that also begs the question though: can you get like a new one regrafted?
Oh gosh, I don't
like, or does it like take the spot so like your hand becomes exponentially smaller. Or your foot becomes exponentially smaller, but does it also go sequentially?
Right. Well, that was my question. Is like which ones disappear first, right? Because it'd be hilarious if your hand did get like smaller, and eventually you just end up with like you're just a pointer finger on that hand. At least you could still kind of like hook grab things in a sense, but yeah.
But I guess, with like medical technology and everything, like with bionics and stuff like that, like it wouldn't be that. Yeah, no, 100%. I'm taking that deal.
Well, and it also begs the question of, it's like, okay, once you run out of digits, is there any further consequence, or
like an ear, your nose,
like something else going to disappear, or is that it? Like once I'm done with all 20 of those, I could just teleport willy nilly and don't have to worry about whether I'm going to lose something or not. So
yeah, that's fair.
All right. Cool. Well, let's get ready to jump into this episode because today we have listener comments to go through. Not a lot of them this week, but we got a few.
It seems like about every other month we have like up and then down and up and down. So y'all need to be more consistent.
Right. If you're listening to this, go on to Facebook right now and leave us a comment so we can talk about it next time.
Yes.
All right.
Let's jump into the show. We did put a post up earlier this morning. Hopefully, maybe we can get some comments in real time.
Yeah, maybe they come in while we're recording right now. That'd be great too. So.
Slackers.
All right. Good morning, Josh.
Good morning, Josh.
Recognize me? No? Well, I'm Josh. I got suspended from school because of Josh.
You're going to be there with me in every way imaginable, Josh.
Josh is truly in a trance, yes.
I went to high school with Josh, and I can tell you right now, he's a terrific kisser.
Hi, I'm Josh.
Josh, these are people's jobs we're talking about, Josh.
Thank you very much.
Josh walking in the door wasn't even close.
Josh, you are a muffin-snuggling pirate puncher.
Josh is a good guy. We can talk to him.
Please welcome Joshua.
Josh!
All right. Well, as we get ready to jump into our comments, like I said, not a ton of them to talk about today, but a couple of funny ones to bring up. So from basically these comments span from episode 36 of the podcast to episode 40. So I went back and kind of re-looked through all the ones that we had discussed already, leaving off with that last one from Joe Bodner about Bigfoot being blurry, and then went on from there and kind of looked to see who had commented on what different things and stuff. And so we can jump into the first one, which is episode 38, we asked the question of, would you rather be stuck in an elevator with a mime, but if you mime anything,
basically
the mime attacks you.
Yeah.
He's a huge mime,
like
right?
like Terry Crews as a mime.
Right. So, would you rather be in that situation for 24 hours, or would you rather have a staring contest every morning for 1 hour for a week with an angry raccoon? And if you lose the staring contest,
It attacks you.
Yeah, it attacks you.
Basically, you're going to get attacked either way.
Well, maybe you kind of came up with the cheat code for the mime thing, where you were like, I would
miming,
just
but
say
like
out
saying
loud
out,
everything
yeah.
that I was doing and stuff like that, so there's no chance that he could misconstrue that I was miming things. But
so Kevin said the mime all day. Ever seen an angry trash panda? No, thank you. Which again is fair. I mean, like Josh just said, like I think we kind of figured out a little bit of a cheat code, but like I think I even said in the episode, wearing contacts, like my eyes start drying out really quickly. And it's one of those things where it's like, I don't know if I could maintain eye contact for an hour.
Right.
That'd be like Tori's worst nightmare. Yeah. Remember the one episode she's like eye contact she would get rid of?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's hilarious. Yeah. Yes. An angry trash panda, man. We saw a lot of raccoons when I was growing up on the farm
of course.
in North Carolina. And in particular, like raccoons and possums just loved to come and mess with our cats and stuff. They came to eat their food.
Well, of course.
And then the cat would try to defend their food, and next thing you know, you hear all these kind of noises out on the deck and stuff. And so there was like one night in particular I remember going out, and I think it was a possum, not a raccoon this time, but like walked out, and we had a cat named Callie that was like our favorite cat that we ever had on the farm and stuff, but she started out as kind of like a barn cat, killing mice and stuff, and then she became like the family pet because she was just awesome. And it was really funny because one night we just hear, it sounds like everything's breaking loose outside, and go to the back door and flip on the porch light, look outside, and Callie's having a standoff with a possum. And they're both like baring teeth, and Callie's just, all of her fur standing up and stuff. It was hilarious to kind of witness it. So then I think, if I recall correctly, I think my dad went outside with like a broom and chased the possum off of the porch to get it away from Callie so it wouldn't hurt her. But yeah. So, yeah. But yes, the angry trash panda thing, I'm on full board with Kevin about that one. I think we all kind of agreed that the mime was the way to go by the end of it. So
100%, because like I said, he would probably still attack me anyway, just because of announcing everything. Like, oh, you're throwing a fishing line. Oh, you caught me.
I'm a big fish. Here I come.
You caught me.
Yeah. Eventually, he gets to the crab. I like to think of it as at the end of the 24 hours, the elevator doors start to slide open, and he just like throat punches you and walks out.
Just completely defeated. My goal, though,
and he says out loud, "That guy's a jerk."
Well, that would be my goal within that trapped is to get him to talk. Yeah, 100%. That's my new goal in life.
What if the reality of it is the fact that he became a mime was because he actually can't talk, and so then it's like doubled down on it, like you're making fun of him in a sense, and he like legit can't say anything. It's not like an act for him,
right?
That would be so terrible.
He took a vow of silence, and
he's a Buddhist monk that became a mime. What on earth?
That would be like the greatest way to like keep your vow of silence, though. Like just fully buy into being a mime.
Yeah, oh yeah. Gosh, just imagine some of the things that you could like mime out and stuff, so that you didn't have to talk about it. That'd be hilarious,
right?
All right, so the next one that we had in episode 40, we talked about the hypothetical question of, would you rather grow an extra toe every year of your life, or would you rather shed all of your skin
like a snake
every month? Like a snake does, basically. So you lose your skin once a month. And Jordan McKeithen commented on Spotify, and he said, it might be the most horrific would you rather I've ever heard, with a crying, laughing face. And he said, with that said, I'm taking the shedding skin, unless, and he paused, he goes, do these additional growing toes have pain receptors? If not, I'll take that and just snip off the excess toes. Yeah, that's what I said.
That made it worse.
I told him, I said, Jordan, I have never cringed so hard reading a comment before. I'm
that gave me like that weird.
I don't care if they have pain receptors
feeling.
or not. I don't know that I could do that.
Like clipping them off like fingernails
Yeah.
and like
Can you imagine? Especially if they have if they have bone in it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh gosh. Yep. I told him when I commented back to that one, I was like, dude, I seriously have never cringed this hard reading a comment before. But
it's also like the scene in Man on Fire.
Oh yeah.
That's instantly what it brought with the cigarette with the cigarette cutter and just the
cigar. It's a cigar cutter and then
the cigarette lighter.
Cigarette lighter to burn it closed, so he cauterizes the wound. Yeah. That's Mm-hmm. It makes you think of that for sure.
That's gonna haunt my.
So Jordan, we appreciate you absolutely sending shivers up our spines today.
Yeah.
But yeah, that. It is kind of fair in a sense. Like, I understand where he's coming from on that one as far as, like, if you could just take off the toes. But I think the whole point of the thing was supposed to be that the toes grow in just like your normal toes. So pain receptors, the whole 9 yards. So it would be much more of a painful process to try and remove them. So I think I'm sticking with the shedding the skin thing.
Oh, 100%.
Especially if you could do it like a snake where... Like what I told you about in that episode, like if I could take an air compressor
and just
put it in my belly button and like blow up all my skin and then take it off as like one big like person together, I think that would be hilarious.
Yeah.
Can you I think I mentioned it in that episode, but could you imagine if somebody came to your house and you have a closet with all of your previous like skins
just hanging on
hangers?
Well, like I said, I think I said in the episode, you can make your own Edgar suit.
The Edgar suit, but I just think it'd be hilarious for somebody to like open your hall closet and they're just like, "What is this?" You're like, "Oh, those are just my previous skins."
Yeah,
and then
or it's like Gold Member in Austin Powers where he has the little tin of like his like peeling skin.
Oh gosh, that's terrible.
So I was kind of like looking back through like our YouTube just to see if anything. And did you know episode 38 had 13 views?
Yeah. I was actually looking at that the other day just to see like what had been viewed and stuff. The only thing I can figure is that there's like certain topics that when we have them in the titles and everything that people see it and they're just like, "Oh, yeah, I want to learn more about that," or that, you know, if it's the Bigfoot people or like whatever they call themselves, the Squatchies or
the footies instead of like the Swifties, it's the footies.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Footies. Squatchies is a good one too.
Yeah,
but I feel like the Squatchies could be the people that use Dr. Squatch. So
yeah, I'll tell you what. Even though that stuff's expensive, like I
love Dr. Squatch.
Like if it was like $2 cheaper, I that's what I would probably exclusively use.
Their wood bourbon barrel or whatever it is. That one smells so stinking good.
Mm-hmm. Like some of their Star Wars ones aren't bad either. Like if you can find them in the store.
Yeah.
But like I'm also not going to order that kind of stuff like online.
Brooke got me the Star Wars set for Christmas like a couple years ago.
Oh, okay.
And I was a big fan of the Darth Maul bar. That one was really good.
Well, I like it because it has that like scrub element to it. And I don't have to use like a loofah.
Right. A loofah. Yeah. That one, no, I do like their soaps and stuff, and especially some of the ones that have that grit in it.
Yeah.
They're a little bit nicer.
But like speaking of like what people like call like their followers and stuff like that, like we don't have really like a term for our followers, do we?
We don't. I never even thought about that as far as like trying to give them a name of some kind.
So if you have a good name that you would want to be associated with us, which I mean, some people would much rather not be associated with us, but at least let us know below, and we'll shout you out in the next episode too.
You got to come up with something clever.
Yeah, it can't be like
the Joshua-ites or something like that from the Bible.
The Joshua-lites.
The Joshua-lites. That's pretty good. So you got to come up with something clever like that. If you can find a way to like change, use the name of the podcast to come up with what you guys want to be called, then we'll start referring to you by that name.
Yeah. that kind of does it for our comments. Like I said, next episode, make us have to go over for an episode of comments.
Yeah, give us some more comments, man. We'd love to hear y'all's feedback on any topic that we talk about. We'd love to hear what you want us to talk about in the future, all that kind of stuff. So please give us feedback.
Especially because this is episode, 42?
No, this will be 43.
This is 43?
Yeah.
So as of this episode, we are 7 episodes away from our 50th episode, which is absolutely crazy.
It is crazy.
And we wouldn't be here. I mean, we probably would still be here, but even if nobody listened, but we appreciate everybody who does listen. Let us know if you have any ideas of what you want us to do or talk about for our 50th episode. I think it'd be really fun to, I don't know, maybe do like a vlog style episode.
I just had an idea come to me.
Oh,
how about this for our 50th episode? If you can record a voice message of you telling us maybe like what's one of your favorite stories that we've told, favorite question that we've asked, something along those lines. So you can comb back through the whole collection of all the different episodes that we've done. And if you can record a voice message either on your phone or on your computer or something like that and send it to us, you can send it either to our Facebook or our Instagram direct messages. You can do it through there. If you have our numbers, you can text it to one of us. But if you get those to us, we would love to be able to include those in on episode 50. It'd be fun.
Absolutely.
It'd be fun to hear y'all's voices as a part of this whole thing. And so if you hear this, then go record us a message and just say, hey guys, whatever, how you feel about the show and stuff like that. And then you can say, just tell us whatever your favorite thing is that we've talked about. We'd love to hear kind of your feedback on those things and get to know more about what you guys enjoy about the show.
Right, exactly. Josh?
Hi.
I have a game for you.
Oh, boy.
I like my games.
Please tell me this is not another, like, testing my knowledge of 5th grade stuff or something like that.
I mean, kinda.
Okay.
So, we've talked a lot about movies on here.
Yeah.
And I've seen little clips and stuff on TikTok and Reels and things like that about people describing movies poorly.
Oh gosh, I love this.
And seeing if they can guess what the movie is.
Yeah.
So I have 10. I'm gonna kind of guide you in a direction. Most of these are actually pretty easy.
Okay.
They're a little bit on the, I'm not gonna say like completely dark side, but they take it in a way that is like, wow, this is a kid's movie kind of way.
Gotcha.
If you think about it that way.
Okay.
There's 10 of them. They're all Disney movies.
Oh, okay.
And it ranges from early Disney to more modern Disney as well, too. So it kind of runs the gamut of animated and
live action.
Yeah, okay. Well, not even live action, like 2D animation to 3D animation.
Oh, okay. I got you. Yeah.
So classic Disney movies, the better Disney movies.
Can I phone a friend in if I need Brooke to help me in?
Oh, yeah, for sure. For sure. All right. So I have 10 of these. Cool. And this kind of spawned another topic that I want to do at some point as well too. All right, so the first, so number 1, and you guys can play along at home. Maybe we'll do the same thing that we did in the one episode about the old timey.
When we asked, the phrases and stuff. Okay.
Yeah. All right. So number 1, a young prince watches his father die in slow motion, then blames himself and runs away to hang out with 2 freeloaders. Years later, he's guilt tripped by a cloud. There's singing, betrayal, and more gaslighting than a soap opera. What movie is that?
So I think I have the answer to this one. Do you want me to give the answers and stuff? So I'm pretty sure that's The Lion King is what that has to be. the cloud and stuff like that is all like too on the nose for that one to not be it. So the freeloaders is great though.
Yeah.
I love that description of Timon and Pumbaa.
I mean,
it's not wrong at all. Yeah.
All right, number 2.
She's gonna eat me. That's one of my favorite lines from the movie of all time. The way he screams that when he's stuck in that log.
Yeah,
I cry laughing every time I watch that.
Talk about a live action movie that just did not do that movie any justice.
It sucks so bad.
I'm gonna get off that soapbox because we've already talked about it.
Yeah.
A shut-in accidentally turns her emotional baggage into a continent-wide natural disaster. Her sister, desperate for attention, immediately gets engaged to the first man she meets. Oh. And then nearly dies trying to fix it. Everyone forgives each other without therapy.
That's got to be Frozen. Yeah. That movie's messed up on so many levels.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I mean,
I just love the fact that Elsa freezes everything.
Yeah.
And when she rolls back around, everybody's like, "Oh no, this is totally fine.
Right.
We don't have any problems with you being our queen and ruling over everything now." It's
mean, it kind of
you totally didn't throw a teenage temper tantrum and
right.
almost kill all of us.
Right.
Know?
Well, I mean, at least it kind of brings it around in the second one. I don't know if you've seen the second one. I've seen like bits and pieces of the second one.
I've seen the second one. I don't recall it very much. It wasn't nearly as hard of a hitter as the first one.
Oh,
like,
not even close.
The songs and stuff in the first one, the comedy, all of it was better.
I think
the second one was more endearing in a lot of ways because of the like spirits of the different elements and all that kind of stuff. They were really cute.
It's one of those things where I think the most quotable Olaf line of that is where he's like gets lost and separated. He's like, Anna, Elsa, Samantha? I don't even know it's Samantha. Like, that's the only part I remember.
My favorite is oh dear, I've been impaled
from the first one.
Gosh, I love
I can't feel my legs. I can't feel my legs. Those are my legs. Oh, good. Grab my butt.
Olaf was great.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Speaking of Olaf and Josh Gad.
I was about to say Josh Gad is such a good
voice
actor and
Did you see what he is doing?
I don't think I have.
He's resurrecting Spaceballs 2.
Oh yeah, I did see that.
He's the one behind bringing Spaceballs. Like I guess I watched a clip of it. Like he basically pitched his idea to Mel Brooks.
Yeah.
And Mel Brooks was like, "I've been waiting for somebody to do this."
That's awesome.
Like I've been waiting for.
And
that
Josh
call.
Gad's the right one to do it.
Oh, because he gets it.
Right.
I mean, Book of Mormon and those and like that kind of movies. Like he gets it.
Yeah. And so the funny thing is, like on top of the stuff with Spaceballs 2 coming out, is that there are now parents that are from our generation that are like that know Spaceballs. That this year I've seen pictures coming out of them creating costumes from Spaceballs for their kids.
That is amazing.
So like a little boy with the giant helmet on and all that kind of stuff walking around. I'm like, yes, we're finally getting back into like crushing it as a generation.
We did something right. All right. Number 3. A woman with questionable taste in men falls in love with a large, hairy recluse who keeps her imprisoned in a decaying castle. The household staff cheers for the romance because it's literally the only hope of turning them human again. Stockholm Syndrome, but make it a musical.
Yeah, that's Beauty and the Beast all the way. It's like, yeah. It's so hilarious that we show that movie to kids and all the things that are wrong with it.
Right.
Like number one, like it says in that thing, like that description of talking about the questionable taste in men, right?
Right.
It's like they present it in the story as though it's Gaston or the Beast.
No in between.
But there were some pretty regular dudes just hanging out in that bar where Gaston was. It's like, how about Joe Schmo down the street that just happens to be like a woodworker or something?
I mean,
I don't know.
And honestly, like, was Gaston that bad of a dude? Okay, he was a little bit boastful, but like, he could provide for you.
Right.
Like,
I kind of saw it from that perspective. Yeah, yes, he was a little bit chauvinistic, but at the same time, it's like there were worse options out there.
Yeah. So number 4, a professional liar finds a blue hostage and uses him to catfish a princess. Then he spends most of the movie lying to everyone, nearly gets murdered by a guy who looks like a goth lizard, and then learns honesty is good after massive property damage.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So this is Aladdin, right? But it took me a minute at the beginning of that one to catch on. I was like, man, this sounds wild. Like, what is it? The blue guy and all that kind of stuff. I was just like, what on earth? But then, yeah, okay.
All right.
Good old Aladdin.
This one's good. Number 5.
Wait, let's pause for a second.
Okay.
Because Aladdin, there's some things there to deal with, too. Like, every Disney movie has a whole laundry list of things to deal with.
That these are kids' movies. Yeah.
But Aladdin, like, the whole moral of the story that you get to at the end of things is not necessarily that you shouldn't lie to people and should pretend to be something that you aren't, which that's part of the story, right?
Yeah.
It's not that Jasmine probably should have been a little more obedient to her father and attentive and things along those lines in some ways.
Right.
There's a lot of different lessons to be learned from that movie. But can we just like not skip over the fact that the biggest lesson that gets taught in that movie is be a thief because good things happen to thieves?
I didn't think about it like that, but you're right.
Literally, the only way that Aladdin gets to the point where he gets to even like have a chance to talk to Jasmine in the first place, after the little interaction with them in the market,
right,
is the fact that he's robbing the daggone Sphinx place of the things that are in there and stuff, and that's how he ends up getting to the point where he can have this conversation with Jasmine that eventually leads to them getting married.
Well, I mean, technically he was quote unquote being paid to rob, so because Jafar tells him like he has to be the one to go in there, but like
But if I tell you right now, hey Josh, I'll give you $10 to go down to the corner store and rob $30 worth of stuff out of it, they will absolutely still put you in jail for that because you're the one stealing. Now they'll put you in jail, and then if they find out, they'll come get me too.
Right? Yeah, exactly.
So the Aladdin and Jafar were both in the wrong.
I'm not saying that they were in the right, but it was just Number 5 of explaining how bad Disney movies are. A cowboy suffers an existential breakdown when a spaceman moves in. Together they commit vehicular theft, assault, and escape a serial torturer next door. By the end, the moral is you're replaceable, but at least you can be friends about it. Ooh, this is the first one that you kind of got stumped on.
Yeah, a cowboy and an alien? Why am I drawing, like... Read me the first part of that again.
A cowboy suffers an existential crisis breakdown when a spaceman moves in.
Why am I drawing a blank on this? I know that when you say it, I'm just going to be like, well, yeah, but... A cowboy and a spaceman. I'm just, oh gosh, Toy Story. Jeez Louise. That's why it was driving me crazy, because it's like so far outside of like the normal description of it. Toy Story. Okay. Yeah.
Because like I'm trying, like, it ChatGPT gave me some really good. I'm kind of like changing them so they're not as obvious, because it says the actual thing is a cowboy doll suffers an existential breakdown when a plastic spaceman moves in.
No, that's fair. Yeah, you should have changed that, because that makes it way too easy.
Yeah, way too obvious.
But so all right, let's talk about problems with Toy Story. Because I'll say this: Toy Story, I believe, out of all of the movies that we've talked about so far, has the best, like, most solid moral storyline. Right? It's like, don't judge a book by its cover, be friends with everybody kind of stuff. And so that's great. The issue with Toy Story is that there's also the fact that it promotes the idea of we can piece together human beings with other body parts and stuff and create monstrosities, and then we should accept them as friends too. Yeah. It's like, that's... Yeah, there's a lot of like scientific, moral questionability.
Well, I think that's what. Yeah, that's why. Yeah, Sid is such a. In that concept of a movie, Sid is such a great bad guy. Bad guy.
Yeah. And so that's just. It was always funny to me that it was like they got to the point where they meet all these toys that are just kind of like Sid has taken apart other toys and put them together and stuff, and then they're just like, oh yeah, after the terrifying first few seconds of meeting all you guys, you're pretty great. We'll hang out together.
You all right? Like, I mean, I guess it's one of those things where like differences are okay and all that kind of stuff, like that. But
the part with Buzz as Mrs. Nesbit, though,
oh my gosh,
one of the best parts of a Disney movie ever. Right
you
there.
See that?
Yeah, I'm Mrs. Nesbit.
Mrs. Nesbit.
So good.
All right. Number 6, a single father with extreme control issues loses his only child due to those same control issues. Then he crosses an ocean of trauma with a woman who can't remember her own name. It's a heartfelt story about anxiety, codependency, and PTSD.
Good old Finding Nemo.
AKA, like we talked about in Point Nemo, finding nothing.
Yep.
Which, if you go into the science of that, of the actual science of the fish and stuff of that movie, it's bizarre.
Really?
Because clownfish, they can adapt. They're kind of like frogs. They can change to reproduce.
Okay.
So there's that whole thing. It's a very, very messed up movie that you're relying on a person who has severe brain injury,
right,
to help you cross the ocean. Extreme control, like helicopter parrot to the max with Marlin.
At least in the very beginning of it, yes.
Yeah. And I mean, he kind of eases that control over the course of the movie, but through trauma.
Right. Yeah, he has to be broken completely just about to be able to get to the point that he can, like, finally let go
right
of a little bit of that control and stuff, where we see it at the end where he's just like, all right, go off and have fun.
Yeah.
Like,
it's one of those things where it's like, with most kids, if you give them small doses of the independence and things like that, like, they won't jump off the deep end. But it's that one end or the other of, like, completely controlling them and hovering over them, and then they rebel against that, or the complete opposite, where they have no boundaries and they have to end up raising themselves. It's just
yeah. In like Nemo's case, you wonder how much, like, would he have been out there trying to touch the boat if Marlin hadn't been quite as, like, hovering as he was and stuff like that, because it was in defiance that he was out there to touch the boat and stuff. And so it's like, would he have gotten caught? Would all of that stuff have happened if Marlin would have been a little bit more relaxed? But at the same time, we all kind of feel for Marlin, because it's like a barracuda ate the entire rest of his family. So,
all right, number 7. A teenage princess sells her voice, her literal voice, to a giant octopus for a guy who once made eye contact with her for 5 seconds, nearly dies, loses her soul, learns nothing except that true love fixes everything if you're hot enough.
Well, that's a Little Mermaid. That one's pretty easy from the get-go on that one, but yeah, gosh. Just another one that's like a wild, like
you only have to be pretty kind of.
Well, and there's also like there's the whole story of rebellion against her father, disobedience,
right,
and going, making all of these bonehead decisions and stuff. And the problem with it is that that also teaches our kids, rebel against your parents, make stupid decisions, and everything's going to turn out as a fairy tale in the end. And it's like, no.
Yep.
Real life doesn't actually work that way. Like, real life, you make the same decisions that Ariel made, and you end up a crackhead in a motel, like, making even worse life decisions and stuff. It's like, don't do that, kids. Yeah. Listen to your parents.
All right, number 8. A restless girl ignores every adult in her life. Steals a boat.
So far, it's every Disney movie.
Steals a boat to go fix a problem caused by an egotistical demigod. She nearly dies multiple times, but wins over a large lava monster, offering her emotional validation. Basically, climate change with better music.
Yep, good old Moana. Hooking up with Maui. So I still maintain that the best part of that movie is Hey Hey.
Oh, of course.
He's so stinking good.
Of course.
I love the Hey. So Hey Hey and the little coconut guys are my 2 favorite aspects of Moana's movies. The first one was pretty good. I will give them that. I don't think I cared for the second one, if there was a second one. But
I don't think it's out yet. Is it out yet?
Is it not?
I can't remember. I know they were making a second one. I don't know if it came out yet or not.
Well, I think they're doing a live action now, is what I've seen, anyways. But yeah. So like, Moana is another like prime example of the whole like disobedience to parents, all that kind of stuff.
Right.
In her case, I understand she was trying to like save the world in that respect, and so that there's a little bit more altruism behind her motivations rather than just simple rebellion against her parents. But at the same time, like, there's a lot
with the grandma encouraging the rebellion.
Yeah.
Which,
and the ocean.
Yeah.
Like, let's not leave the ocean out of blame.
All right, number 9. Got 2 more left.
Numero 9.
All right. A girl in a miracle house watches her entire family crumble under the weight of unrealistic expectations. She saves them by finally saying what everyone else refuses to. This is not normal. Magical realism meets generational trauma, but with dancing donkeys.
Yeah, so that's Encanto, and we don't talk about Bruno.
See, the thing is, I have never seen Encanto.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I avoided that.
I'll say that Encanto, for me, it's not even like close to top of the list on Disney movies and stuff. I'll say that much. But Encanto actually had some like pretty solid like moments throughout it, and some of the music was pretty decent. Like the We Don't Talk About Bruno song hit like real big.
Right.
And I actually, I like that one. I like she had like this one sister that's like super strong, and the donkey's like involved in the song that she does and stuff. And I actually thought that one was like pretty good. But
all right, last one. A widower ties thousands of balloons to his house to flee the crushing pain of loss.
Yeah.
And somehow ends up adopting a Boy Scout, a dog, and an emotional vulnerability. There's a villain, but grief is the real antagonist. The first 10 minutes hit harder than most funerals.
Yeah. Yeah, so Up is the movie. And I'll say that at least out of all the ones that we mentioned today, but probably as far as I can think of out of like all of the Disney movies, Up is the one that I like fully support the storyline.
Yeah.
that like this old man just kind of got this idea of like, I'm just going to like balloon up my house.
And I just want to get away
and just go see what happens. And I'm like, I'm full board, like on board with that one. It's like, dude, at your age and with what you've lost and stuff in life, like why not? Like just go have some fun. Well, and that's the only one that I look at, and you know, unfortunate that a Boy Scout and Doug the dog happened to be
right.
But Doug, I think is, if I remember correctly, wasn't Doug like part of like the evil guy?
Yes, he was
in that movie, like part of his band of guys. And then eventually he joins in with the good guys, and then that big dodo bird thing or whatever it was. I like him too, Kevin. Yeah, Kevin. No, I like a lot of things about Up. I was a big fan of that. Like I think it was kind of actually cool in a sense how they showed the grief of the man in the beginning of the movie and stuff, and how it is driving his efforts to kind of like go on this exploration with his house, in the sense that he wanted to take everything that he had that reminded him of his wife with him to go explore. And I kind of see that as like, yeah, okay, like I can get that mentality, and I understand why he was motivated to do so.
Right. And like the thing with Pixar movies, and just kind of thinking about a lot of this, you know, viewing it as an adult lens, like Toy Story and Up and a lot of these other movies, Pixar kind of does a very good job of tying in the entire age range of their movies.
Yeah.
You have a lot of the stuff for kids. You have those built-in adultier jokes that like teenagers will find funny and like can quote that. But then you have the emotional moments that like really resonate with parents. And you have, like this says, it's literally the first 10 minutes of that movie is a better story than I would say 99% of any live action movies that are released today.
Oh yeah. Yeah, easily.
Like
yeah, movies have over the past several years have really like fallen off storyline wise. Mm-hmm. And I attribute this back to something we've talked about before, that I just, as we head further and further into Idiocracy, that's part of like when you watch the movie Idiocracy, that's what they present in there, is that things just continue to get so dumbed down that the only way that you can entertain people in like movies and TV shows, stuff like that, is just to continue to be over the top with violence, over the top with like flashy, like boom, pow, all that kind of stuff. And it loses the storyline aspect of it. I mean, it's like, you think about the movies that were being produced when we were young. You get stuff like Shawshank Redemption, you get Forrest Gump, you get like all these like bigger movies that were like kind of these epic tales.
Right.
Even go to like Oh Brother Where Art Thou, which is a favorite of mine.
Mm-hmm.
You consider that movie and stuff, and Oh Brother Where Art Thou is a retelling of the Iliad.
Right.
And in a more modern context in that respect. But the way the Coen brothers did that, and the way they incorporated humor into it and all that kind of stuff, it's a fantastic movie. And we just don't see a ton of movies coming out anymore that do a good job of pairing a really good, compelling story, really good emotion, and really good cinema all in the same package. Nowadays, you get either really good cinema where everything is over-the-top shots, CG, all that kind of stuff to make it look cool, but zero storyline.
Right.
Or you get a really compelling story, but the shooting of it is not quite as compelling in a sense. And you kind of lose some of the, I think, attention draw because of that and stuff. So, yeah, I would totally agree. Like, I agree with you that Up was one of the best as far as, like, the storyline stuff. because it gets you like right off the bat.
Mhm.
Like you're
kinda
hooked
hooked.
in
Yep.
because you're like, oh, regardless of what happens in the rest of this movie, I'm invested in this man's story because of what's already gone on in his life.
And I think that is crazy to think, but that's probably the most memorable part of that movie. I mean, there's other little things about Up, but like instantly Up, you think of the first 10 minutes with him and Ellie.
Oh yeah, 100%.
But like speaking of movies, like I know we're probably getting close to time, but have you seen the new Uproar with an actress, and I'll use that in quotations, Tilly Norwood?
Oh yeah, the AI actress.
Yeah.
I actually was reading an article about this the other day because like of how all the actors in Hollywood have gotten like really up in arms about you shouldn't be like don't hire this company on to have her act in movies and stuff.
Hot take, I think do more of it.
My feelings on it is I have a really hard time with the people in Hollywood saying that we shouldn't be using something that's artificial intelligence because the vast majority of their movies that they're in, they're using CG and stuff to either make themselves look better, to make themselves capable of doing things that they can't actually do. It's like you can't produce as many years of Avengers movies as we've had, which the vast majority of those movies is all CG. It's like they're acting in front of a green screen the entire time.
Right.
And so you can't put in front of us fake, and then come along and go, well, you can't hire this AI actress because she's fake. I'm like, well, that AI actress, if they can program her correctly and she can do the roles correctly, could be just as good as anybody else. I don't understand.
It's no different. Like honestly, to me, it's no different than what they did with Carrie Fisher in the Star Wars.
Yeah, like
it's no different than they did with, was it General? Oh, one of the other empirical generals that they did in
Tarkin.
Was it Tarkin?
Yeah, Grand Moff Tarkin was one of the ones that they CG'd over the face of the OG guy onto like a new model in a sense.
Right.
Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, it's like they're already doing this kinds of stuff, and it's like you guys didn't have a problem with it when it was honoring Carrie Fisher. You didn't have a problem with it when they were reprising these old roles.
You don't have a problem with it when it is helping you.
Yeah.
And also I think actors and actresses for the most part need to get knocked down quite a few pegs anyway.
Oh, 100%.
And this is Josh's hot takes right now, but like I think movie stars and athletes get paid way too much money.
100%.
And
absolutely no doubt about that. I've always had the biggest problem with if our teachers, firefighters, and police officers are not making as much as actors and actresses and sports stars, I think that's a problem.
100%.
I think the people who are actually doing a hard job and putting their lives on the line deserve exponentially more pay than the people who are playing a game or who are just acting on a stage. It's like no offense to them. I know that acting can be tough, and I know that they, like, for some of those people, I think about like Keanu Reeves, who actually learned the martial arts, learned to shoot guns.
Right.
Like he went through training to do
all
all
the
stuff.
John Wick stuff.
Yeah,
and all
so
the Matrix
there's
stuff
a lot of practice things behind that, and there's many actors in Hollywood that do those kinds of things, and many of them sacrifice their health for the sake of roles.
Right.
Losing a lot of weight, gaining a lot of weight, all those kinds of things. And so I'm not saying that there's no difficulty in their role in a sense, but ultimately you are making something for entertainment as opposed to the people who are educating the next generation and laying their lives on the line to save us from danger in a million different ways. And I just think that like our people who serve in the Coast Guard, people who are in first response positions of any kind, people who are in our military and stuff that have long records of service, not the one that just goes in the military for the 3 or 4 years so they can get their bill to go to college and stuff.
Right.
I mean, I respect that too.
Right, because
but I think
the kids who have no other choice but to go into the military because they're stuck in a position where they're not going to get out of where they're at. Like, those people who want to try to do something better for their lives deserve more than what we give them.
Absolutely. So yeah, I'm totally on board for that. I think that my 2 cents is that if the AI thing opens up the possibility for movies to be produced and possibly in a way that's maybe, I don't know, a little bit cheaper in a sense, that we can stop paying millions upon millions of dollars to actors and start paying that money towards other people who actually deserve it and stuff, then I would actually maybe be on board for switching a little bit more towards that.
Right.
I don't know. I haven't really like in-depth thought about that to like really flesh it all out and stuff, but my knee-jerk reaction is like whatever we could do to decentralize things from Hollywood and sports arenas and put the focus back on the people who actually matter to our society.
Yeah.
Because the thing is like if the NFL, NBA, MLB, you name it, like any of the major sports, if all of them and all of Hollywood went away tomorrow, my life wouldn't change.
No.
Like would I have less entertainment in that respect? Yes, but it would also probably free me up to read a lot more books, which might not be the worst thing in the world for me.
Yeah, exactly.
That kind of thing. So, anyways, that's
our
like you
soapbox.
said. That's the Josh's rant for today is yes, we think that there are people who deserve to be paid more than what Hollywood actors. And stuff
it's
are.
not that us because I know movies, music are a huge part of our lives, like as far as like distraction and kind of escaping reality, but the millions and millions of dollars that they are getting paid to act, I mean, and like we've said, it's not, we know that some of the time they're hard roles, they sacrifice their body, sacrifice their time, but do we really need it?
Right.
Let's go back to plays.
Because
Plays, operas, like I'd be all on
plays
board.
hold so much more potential for awkwardness, which is great.
Gosh, yeah.
But I would also say too that there are enough people that are kind of floating around out in our society that you could go and find somebody who's going to be a good enough actor to pull off certain roles.
Oh, 100%.
That you could pay them $50,000 instead of $5 million and get something that's close enough. You know what I'm saying? It's like hire us on. Well, the Joshes will come and act for you. Like we would love to be in a movie. That'd be great.
Like I've been trying to do voice acting.
Yeah, it's like all those kinds of things. There's people out there, and the thing is like even if they give you one project that's really, really good, but you save a bunch of money because you're not having to pay, you're paying more people less money instead of paying one person an absorbent amount. Yeah. And so like I think that's a better way to kind of operate in things. But I think that the people that are in charge in Hollywood and in voice acting and all that kind of stuff need to do some branching out and allow more people an opportunity just to at least see if they can do it, because nowadays it's like to get into any of that stuff, you basically have to have something that hits really big before they'll let you try out any of that kind of stuff. Right. It's like you gotta have a million followers on YouTube or something like that before they'll ever even give you a shot on stuff. And I'm like, that means that the kid in the middle of some podunk hometown in the middle of America that doesn't have access to be able to do all that kind of stuff, but is a fantastic actor, probably will never get a shot, to be in Hollywood or anything along those lines. And so we could just branch out and make it a little bit better, I think. Anyways, end of rant.
And scene.
So we'll keep this really brief today because we are at time and stuff like that, and just make it super simple and say we have a link tree.
Yep.
And all the things are there.
Yep. Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and
all the places you can listen to this podcast.
Spotify. I was trying to think of the last one.
They're all linked there. Go check out the link tree. Share it with a friend. Share this podcast out if you enjoy listening to us rant about movies and stuff like that.
Exactly. And I want you guys to share this podcast on one of your feeds with at least 2 people, directly tagging them and tag us. We're going to keep track.
Do it. And
do it. You won't.
And for those who do it, maybe we'll have a little prize for you if you really get it out there and stuff. So we'll enter you guys into a drawing. We'll draw a name, and then we will send a prize out to somebody that might include some Good Morning Josh merch and some
swag
stickers and stuff.
So,
So go ahead and tag somebody. We'd love to see that out on our social media pages. Otherwise, we hope that you guys have an awesome rest of your week. Let us know what things you want us to talk about. Give us some feedback on things, and we will talk to you guys very, very soon. We love you.
Bye.
Sweet Caroline.
Ba, ba, ba. The good times never seem so good.
So good, so good, so good.
I'm going to eat now.
Make sure you chew into the microphone so that everybody
I can't really do it. It's bread.
Yeah, once it gets like tacky though, you're like, I'm just gonna sit over here and chew my cud until we start the next episode.